Do you have one of those friends, family members, relatives, or somebody that you deal with, husband, wife, and they tend to tell all your business, even business that you don't want to be out, and they just can't help themselves? You know, any little thing you tell them, you know, you'll say, "Hey, I got a secret. Can I tell you?" And they're like, yeah, yes, okay. And then like a month later, you find out they told everybody, especially if this is your loved one. You know, like I said, if you have an argument or a fight or something, just seems like everybody in the world has to know. But this is what goes on with people in relationships that are popular, especially the ones on social media. Like you have idiots like Tyrese. Every time he has a problem, he has to go to Instagram and make an emotional post and cry. Or Summer Walker, whenever she has a problem with anybody, you know, like most notably Little Meech. Every relationship, she's on her story, she's talking about it. It just gets annoying. But if you're married to a woman and you're a man that happens to be in the same industry, there are some things that you just want to keep to yourself because it's not everybody's business, but it can make a man feel violated. And this is what Jeannie Mai has done multiple times. Like, remember her ex-husband, the one that's the white guy. You remember him, Fred Hartise? Remember she called him a male, have never been put out there on national television. That should have been just something they could have talked about. But see, guys, it gets much worse. Our boy, Dat Boy Will, has found some pretty good information, and shout out to Dat Boy Will. He's an excellent content creator. Shout out to him. He made a video called G's ex-wife, Jeannie Mai, bragging about her slobbing the knob skills. And this particular clip is pretty crazy. And for some people, maybe even vile. Let's check it out.
I was servicing my man.
Slob on my knob, like corn on the cob.
I was taking care of him. And I had, you know, when you get it right, you want to be a visual too. So you got the arch down.
Your pardon? I beg your pardon?
You got the legs. You know, you got,
yes. Talk
you know,
slower.
you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we know.
You want to just, when he looks down, he just sees like mountain range of like,
yeah.
right?
Yes! Hell yeah! Hey, come on, baby!
Tell her, whoever she is, I love her already.
And all of a sudden, I guess I was just like too into it and giving it too hard. And I heard a,
nasty bitch.
and it was so silent, God. I had no song. I had no sound spa. The air conditioning wasn't even on. I tried to cough, and another one came out. It was terrible.
Did you say anything?
Yes, I said, babe, I know you heard that, didn't you? And he just went, baby, just keep going. Just keep going.
I ain't never had that ever happen to me. I'm trying to see what that be like right there. Look, be that.
That's all the time we have for today. Don't forget to subscribe to the real.
Man, back in the day, your wife just sucked the meanest. Well, I know you're a lucky man.
So guys, don't you cringe if you hear that and you're a man and your wife is out there talking about stuff like this? Just think about it. Your wife is, you know, giving you some of those slob skills, and then she's actually passing gas while you're doing it, or while she's doing it. Not once, but twice. And she's even talking about there's no air conditioning there. It's just nasty as hell. And she's told everybody about it. Now, again, guys, this is going to go to something that we want to talk about as to why they split up. Again, the brother over on Fox Soul, he had some pretty good information as to why they split up. And it's not what you think. It's not cheating or anything like that. But let's listen to what he had to say, and we'll come back.
The number two thing was she likes a social media relationship. He is a very private person. An example that was cited was that, you know, he would want to have a couple friends over. Next thing you know is she's got 50 people over and a party planner. You know, he didn't like all of that. And so it was just those types of things. The mama has been with them from the beginning of the marriage, and now the brother lives in the house. You see what I'm saying? So that's an issue too. Her brother. And then just other things like from what I was told, she likes to walk the daughter to school or whatever, and he's not for that, saying, you know, if somebody recognizes you and I'm oftentimes not home, people are going to know where we live. so on and so forth. So they were all minuscule things that I guess it just combined together.
You see, guys, we're not dealing with the fact that Jeezy is a private person to a certain degree. And again, she has a lot of things going on in her personal life. She's a person on the real. She's talking about her situations all the time. When that's okay, if you want to talk about what happened in your own personal situation, I think that's fine and dandy and nobody can really hold that against you. But now when you're talking about how good your BJ skills are and you're passing gas while you're doing it, that's something that your husband doesn't want people to know. And that is where, people don't understand where there needs to be a demarcation between your relationship, which is a public show, and actually some confidential situations that need to be kept between you and your partner. And again, even as me, as a person that is on YouTube, and I'm nowhere near as big as Jeannie Mai or Jeezy, but there are just certain things that I don't want my people to know about me. Number one, I don't like most of y'all. Stop the show. And that is true. Stop the show again. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell. Love you. And what I'm doing in my personal life, what in the hell does that got to do with your ass? It don't have nothing to do with you. Like, straight up. You don't need to know what I'm doing, just like I don't even know what the hell you're doing. And I don't even like you enough to know what the hell that you're doing because it's not my business. But with Jeannie Mai, it has to go her way. Even she had some of the family members staying there with the dude. He didn't want the brother and the mom staying there. And again, that's the whole thing about, like I said, moving into somebody's privacy where, they can't even do what they need to do anymore. Because everything that you're talking about, with them or sharing with them or what's going on, you feel like you might go and tell the whole goddamn world, which is crazy because why should I be in my own house and, I'm experiencing something with you, booty clapper sounds, and then I'm risking the fact that if I turn on the goddamn TV, here your raggedy ass is talking about me clapping your cheeks, and how good it was or how bad it was on the real. And, like I said, when you're married, you got to make certain sacrifices. All relationships come with a level of sacrifice. And I want to get on this for just a second. Women want to get married, want to have relationships, but the sacrifice got to come from the man. Here's something you got to understand, okay? Men don't want their business, no, period. And women too, all right? If a man he's doing something, he's doing whatever, can you just not tell people? You know what I mean? Like, who are these people that you're trying to impress so much that, you end up talking about the guy all the time? And this is what I'm gonna tell a lot of you ladies out there. Y'all end up setting yourself up to have your boyfriend or husband taken by another lady because you run your goddamn mouth too much. Okay? You're talking so damn much all the time. You're just letting everybody know your business. You're letting everybody know what kind of man you got. You're letting everybody know here and that and that and this and this and that. And the reality is, it's not their business. All right? They don't need to know. Okay? It's not their business. Why do you want to tell them in the first place? And the thing about it is, it's different if somebody asks you, but did nobody ask your dusty ass about what you was doing in the bedroom with him? You just felt like you need to tell that to somebody, and you really want to use the guy because the thing about it is this. A lot of these ladies, I think now, want to be married in America that do TV hosting and stuff like that, just so they can have somebody to throw underneath the bus when the show comes out. Let me have somebody to throw under the bus if something happens, if something is not popping. We can go ahead on and just talk about his silly ass all goddamn day. And then it makes complete sense as to why I'm throwing him under the damn bus. And it's just like nothing he can do to stop it. So, and if he doesn't like it, I need to leave. And this is the last thing here. Fred Hartese would go for that stuff. I mean, as you saw, he got called a Mitch on national television and he stayed. But Jeezy is not everybody. He's definitely not going for that. So, hey, I applaud, the brother Jeezy for leaving that uncomfortable situation because, again, looks like to me she didn't respect his boundaries, and now you are Well, guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe at the bell. We're out.